Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Salamander's Heroic Melta Rifle build for the Vanguard class in Space Marine 2 Patch 14. Now, the main idea behind this build is maxing out range damage with stuff here like Grim Determination, a Tip of the Spear, and of course using other perk effects in our tree like Retaliation. So we're using the Heroic Melta Rifle obviously, and this thing's perk effect is called Focus Fusion Beam. Shots have increased range and a narrow spread, but need to charge before firing. So basically, this is just their attempt at a lore accurate Melta rifle, and this weapon is okay. The damage here is 10% better in base than a normal Melta rifle, so those buffs we have in our perk tree for our range damage, they will increase this one quite a bit. But overall, I think this one could use like maybe a little bit more of a damage buff, but I'm actually a pretty big fan of this one, even though I know a lot of the community isn't like the biggest fan of the new heroic here. But either way, the perk tree selection I have set up here is Decisive Reload first, performing a finisher on a Majoris or higher enemy with this weapon restores ammo by 1. This build uses executions all the time. We are trying to trigger things here like Inner Fire and also Adrenaline Rush, so this one fits perfectly into that, and this also solves your ammo economy a ton on this weapon. Just keep in mind that you do have to have the weapon equipped while you are executing an enemy to actually trigger this, so when you swap over to your Melta rifle during an execute, that's how you actually activate this perk. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. This perk is pretty strong on like all Meltas, including this one, so definitely a good pickup and goes right into the tree we want anyways with the perk Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores an armor segment, cooldown is 30 seconds. Up here into the perk Great Might, into the perk here Divine Might for damage increase of 10%. Then I pick up the perk Extended Magazine, the perk First Shot, and then we pick up Retaliation. After a perfect time dodge, you will deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. So on this build, I am going for a bit of a perfect dodge theme as well with stuff like Cone Reactions, which actually doubles your perfect dodge window while your health's less than 50%. This is actually the largest dodge window increase in the entire game over the Assault even. This will also help us trigger other perk effects if you want to take something like Throw of the Fight, but definitely a good option to trigger stuff like Retaliation. Also is pretty good in general. Now, for the final perk here, I do take the perk Perpetual Fire for a fire rate increase of 10%. I have not noticed this perk or the perk down here, Elusive Fire, really making a huge difference on this Melta rifle charge up, but you know, the other perks here like Fast Reload aren't that good anyways, so maybe it's like just copium. But you know, if this one actually works, I haven't tested it a ton yet, but I'm pretty sure it does work at least a little bit. Now for the secondary here, I do take the Neo Volkite pistol. Now this thing got buffed up in patch 13, where now the heating speed is way faster. They also upped the contested health recovery. I'll be real though, the contested health recovery of this weapon is still kind of dog shit, so the heating speed increase is like the major buff. Now for the perk tree here, I do start off with Extended Magazine first, going here into the perk Combustive Momentum. After a gun strike, heating speed increases by 30% for 6 seconds. I will say that after the patch 13 buff, this feels way better. The 30% increase here is quite substantial on that base buff they did, so definitely good perk pickup. Next perk here is Increased Capacity, moving here into the perk Volkite Discharge area. Then I pick up the perk here Accelerate Combustion again, up into the perk Heat Retention. Heat enemies cool down 25% slower, and then the final perks I pick up are Volkite Discharge. It says after killing a Majoris or higher enemy with a melee weapon, damage of Volkite Discharge increases by 30% for 10 seconds, and the final perk is Volkite Blitz. Volkite Discharge damage increases by 25%, and the discharge area increases by 25% as well, because I just think this is the overall best, and this also helps you hit breakpoints on exploding Minoris around a Majoris you like, you know, combust. And that's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now for the melee weapon, I do take the White Scar's Chainsword. This weapon and the Block Power Axe just do the overall best melee damage for Vanguard, and like some of the best melee damage in the game anyways, so it's really just between these two picks for me. And on this perk tree, I do pick up Perpetual Strength first, moving here into the perk Swift Recovery, Perpetual Strength again, into Perpetual Strength, then I pick up Reverberating Impact, Combined Onslaught, Heavy Onslaught, Full Throttle for the combo skip, Hard Target, and Majoris Slayer, because you can still one combo Majoris on, oh excuse me, the Extremis with Majoris Slayer. You don't actually need Extremis Slayer down here, so a really strong perk here, and overall, the White Scar's Chainsword is a top tier pick for heroic weapons in the game anyways. That's why we chose it today. Now for the perk tree here, I do take the perk Upper Hand first for no knockback, moving here to the perk Conviction for damage reduction, because Conviction on its own will make your Vanguard so much tankier. You should pretty much always pick this up. It is a top tier pick and by far the best in this column. Next perk here is 100 reactions for that perfect dodge window I mentioned before, and then I pick up the perk here, Inner Fire. All team members can restore ability charge by 15% by performing finishers on Majoris or higher enemies. Now keep in mind, we are using Room Determination here, which says when grapnel launchers in cooldown, weapon damage increases by 15%. This will buff up your ranged weapon damage, not just your melee damage, but you also have to have your grapnel launcher entirely in cooldown. There cannot be a single charge left, so pretty much just spam your grapnel as much as you possibly can. And to help us out with some extra bonuses with that, I do pick up the perk here, Collateral Damage. A diving kick deals 50% more damage and additionally damages enemies on the way to the grapnel launcher's target, because the grapnel launcher, this damage scales with difficulty, and a 50% buff is actually pretty noticeable. Next perk here is Tip of the Spear. Enemies hit by diving kick take 15% more range damage for 10 seconds. This is just another range damage buff. You could pick up Tenacity instead. I definitely wouldn't grab Zone of Impact on this build because I am grabbing Adrenaline Rush, but Tenacity here will help you one-shot a lot of guys in the game, so pretty good option there too. Next perk here is Grim Determination, and the final perk is Adrenaline Rush for healing, though you can really pick up whatever you want. I mean, they're all pretty strong options. I just prefer this one. Now, as far as the prestige perks go, I do take Battlefield Awareness first into the perk here, Fortitude, Launch Restoration, and Restoration, because these two armor restore perks are top tier, and Indomitable Spirit is entirely redundant with Upper Hand because this no knockback effect also gives you no knockback on gun strikes, so if you're taking that, you don't need this. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Salamander's Melta Rifle is pretty fun. I know a lot of you guys have a big problem with the damage on this. They're probably going to buff it up again, but even like with just the current state of this weapon, I think it's in an okay spot. I actually like this one a lot. Maybe I'm just coping about how much I enjoy like the charge up effect. I think the charge up effect honestly just makes me feel like the weapon is stronger than it actually is, because the sound effect here is pretty cool. But that's all I have to say in this one. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye.
We're definitely not Salamander. I definitely didn't forget to change my voice. You know, they buffed the Neo Volkite up in patch 13 as well. When's patch 15? September. That is in September.
So many
Will the Terminus enemy be a Dreadnought or something else? What do you mean? You already have a Terminus in the game. Oh, you mean the new Dreadnought? Like for the siege mode? Probably be a Hellbrute. Of some kind. Probably like a reskinned Hellbrute.
Magazine out! Magazine in!
So being able to like penetrate river marines or standing pretty far away from each other is pretty nice. Now this is obviously Vanguard, so our ammo economy is not exactly peak, but decisive reload does do a lot of work for us. Say the buffed up Neovolkite. This thing's pretty underrated.
What needs grappling?
Is new class coming patch 15 or later down the line? That's coming next year. I said early next year, so probably expect that around like March or February of next year. I'm pretty sure they have like the same patch cycle. You're probably gonna get one more class after that, and then we'll be Space Marine 3. So like 2027, we'll have Chaplain, or just this year. Or this year, what do they call them? And then after that, you're probably gonna get one more, like an Apothecary or something in 2028. And then they'll probably just be prepping for Space Marine 3 at that point. Because right now, Space Marine 3 is set by them for 2028 in their lineup. That might change in the future, but like that is what their guys said. Even though they came out with like a statement after saying, oh, we don't actually have an official release date, their current lineup is 2028 for Space Marine 3. Which makes sense. The 4-year dev cycle. Around there. Good.
Root out the cause of these distortions. This whole place bears the stench of corruption.
Probably would be like. Why do you take conviction, by the way? The cyber you got a notification that 4 is already deleted. Yeah, I actually have a better one coming. Also, Total War looks sick. Dude, Total War 40k is going to be the biggest 40k game. This Melta rifle is, like, certainly not that bad, okay? I don't know. I don't understand the hate for this thing. I don't think this thing is really any worse than like a normal. Maybe it's like 10% worse than a normal Melta rifle. Like honestly, it just feels like a side grade. I think the normal Melta is like a little overrated, anyways. But
I'm not a friendly one. It has to die.
a lot of utility in this one.
Leave this place.
I saw some crazy takes. The Space Marine 2 subreddit that the Melta rifle should one-shot Majoris. Okay, I mean I said that too, so I can't really make fun of them for that. I think that'd be fun.
Approach and binge upon their suffering. Cast of Senatio the warp. That is what this is. That astropath must be slain, brothers.
Oh, awesome.
Energies shield that corrupted psycho. Destroy every warp-powered relic in the vicinity.
Look at that. You're not gonna see an old Melta rifle do that shit.
We must destroy that altar. Book available. Swapping out magazine. Closing the gap.
Confirmed that SCG is a crazy Reddit poster and crazy takes. Yeah. Obvious. But I'm pretty sure the Reddit for this game is too busy complaining about the new boss. Even though the new boss right now is actually easier than he was last patch. See, the range here on the stagger is very nice for this. Oh, that sucks. New boss has some bullshit moves. I saw somebody say you have to back dodge a laser beam. It's just not even true. Oh. Wait, a little careful. I'm being greedy as fuck on this though. I don't want to waste a single step. The new boss is also bugged, yeah, so probably where a lot of the complaints are coming from. It's probably players don't even know how dangerous he's supposed to be. His laser beam damage is supposed to be nerfed, but they didn't. They also nerfed his clones a lot. They're way easier to kill now.
Does your heroic instigator build still work? Yes. Are you North Pole asked for the deleted video? I'm pretty sure I just answered you. Pretty sure I just answered you like immediately when you asked. Oh damn, bro, go with the sauce, dude. I mean, this build, like people say the Salamander Melta is bad. I mean, I think this one is just as good as the normal Melta. I just don't think the normal Melta is as strong as people think it is. It's a good gun, but like I wouldn't put it anywhere above A tier, A or B. My Salamander Melta doesn't make the charge sound. Well, I mean, you might as well never use it then, because that's like the best part. I think like I'm actually being gaslit by this thing, because the charge sound makes me happy, which means I think it's stronger than it is. Oh, you throw it on Death Store there to save the stim? Well, I mean, that's just the Vanguard way, dude. The whole reason to take a adrenaline rush in the first place, right?
Shoot it down. Charge the witch.
Tell me this thing isn't cool, guys. Tell me this shit ain't cool. The last few on the same charge of sound gaslighting power. I mean, this one sounds like fucking cool. Yeah, the damage here is better than normal Melta rifle per shot. And you're still hitting a ton of guys. You also hit more, potentially. Or you can hit an equivalent amount, but you hit them farther away. They could up the charge a little bit. That's all you have to do. We go back for ammo. Okay. I'll go back for ammo because I am a little bitch, and I need my filled up backpack before I go to the Hellroot. The Hellroot slaughter or Sorcerer slaughter, whatever comes. I don't think I've ever even tried to fight the new Sorcerer on a Vanguard yet. I'm dreaming of heroic Last Fusel. You know, Last Fusel is the worst gun on Sniper right now, which is super funny, because the Last Fusel is not a bad gun at all. It's entirely a perk synergy problem. The Last Fusel's great.
Shameless. Exactly. FTG has no shame.
Foul trace will not save you.
Arguably my defining quality.
Cannot far off course. The second company is already lost. We are its last pathetic gasp.
That quite a little bit. You can also take Restless Force if you want to fight Chaos. That also works.
Nothing like those of Space Marines.
I think this is it. Maximum lineup. I actually think that's pretty easy, see? I haven't ever run into a boss yet, but like, I kind of hope we do. Huh? Get one Vanguard, dude. The most enlightened Vanguard. Sanctified Wrath. That's actually really good for us. Where would you rank the heroic combat Melta on attack specifically? Probably exactly where I rank it overall, which is like B. It's okay. I don't think it's that bad on attack. I think that weapon actually has a ton of utility because the Melta rifle portion is pretty good for recovering your HP and staggering enemies. And people really underestimate how good stagger actually is in this game. Where the ability to stagger from range is very strong. Chat speaking.
Oh, changer of ways! Surge your will through our bodies to slaughter the interlopers!
That's very sad. I was really hoping to just blast through them. I guess I do now. Look at this, see? That range. I'm saying, like, a normal Melta's not doing that. Straight up. Are you not entertained? Yeah, I don't think that's any different than the other one. How we doing? What's up, Madman? We're currently just doing the Salamander's Melta Rifle on Vortex right now. I didn't get a boss, kind of lame, but we're gonna fight the Vortex beast, so that's kind of cool. Though I will say this thing kind of sucks ass against the Vortex beast. I don't know why I took this against this boss, but a slow charging weapon against the Mauler King. Oh, I want. Oh, we're set. God, Volkite's so good against Chaos. The Vortex Beast, aka Mega Meatball, aka the most overhated boss in this game. Volkite going crazy against Chaos, kind of always does. Line them up. Value. All about that value, see? Alright, guys, I'm saying Salamander Melta Rifle, overhated. Overhated weapon. I think it might actually be better against Chaos because Chaos doesn't like clump as much. Or when they do clump, they make it easier for you to shoot their Majoras. What's this about leaks? Yeah, so we have leaks that there's going to be a loyalist, a wave faction, like proper waves of loyalists in the new Siege mode. That's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. Also be a demon host, like tech priest thing or objective. Where you have to defend a demon host.
Whatever they have brought forth will die by our hands. We shall hunt every limb from that vile creature. Into the jaws of death.
Will Total War have multiplayer? Yes. Total War's had multiplayer for like 13 years now. Do co-op campaigns. As like a versus battles multiplayer and co-op campaign multiplayer, so. Just like this game, the PvP is a dead game mode in that game. Less dead than it is in this game. On the Siege mode, you play as Chaos or fight them only. You play as Chaos. You'll be playing as Chaos Marines. Herod, so it's the opposite, you know, like you're gonna be fighting Thousand Sons and Tyranids and Loyalists. Did you do the PvP grind for the cosmetics this patch? I did some of it. I haven't like sat there for 500 kills, but I also don't really care to be honest. I'll probably get to it eventually. Do I really care about the new taverns enough to sit there for like, I don't know how many hours of PvP that would be, but if it's more than 2, which it definitely is, I don't really care. I'll get it over the course of the next 2 years. Oh yeah. Oh, we're damaged now.
Press the assault! Unleash your wrath! Sacrilege floods my eyes and ears!
Hold on. This thing's CHP recovery is actually pretty good now. You have to beat it up. My Volkite's actually... Oh, that's a disgusting laser beam it just did to me. Ew. Oh, I guess it'll be useful for that, huh? But like, once you heat up the Vortex piece, you don't even have to worry about, like, blocking his shit. You just keep popping him over and over. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I figure each PvP session is 5 to 10 kills. Dude, I don't know a PvP game you're playing really getting 5 kills, okay, but... Even my scrub ass can still probably pull out like 15 to 20. Especially right now, like it's a pub stomp fest. This is probably, I'll say those PvP ordeals are gonna suck us. Suck us, when I say suck ass, not suck us, I mean, please don't. But like once all the sweaty PvPers have been diehard and being like, guys, the game mode's not dead, we swear to God, look, we have 5 players in this lobby. Once they're the only ones playing again, that's when the PvP ordeals become awful. Alright, so this is peak performance on this gun. Oh, hold on. Okay. Okay, we pulled 1, that's cool. What about this one? 2 for 1 maybe? Oh yeah, look at that. Ah, seems pretty good for that. The Volkite's actually better here, though. Volkite's actually kind of overperforming right now. This is the Vortex Purger. Actually, just cooking the Vortex piece alive. Feels good. I'm pretty sure we actually just sit in this and like just get our pops back. See, it doesn't even matter. You just get all your HP back. Exactly. So they definitely upped the CHP recovery on the burst last patch.
Brothers, what say we exterminate those foul cultists first?
Oh, I can purge these guys. I can purge them. They were so close. Oh. Oh, that's where I want to be. Ow. I guess we can shoot the, I mean, shoot the orange too, that works.
What needs grappling? Into the jaws of death! Magazine out! Magazine in!
It's almost like a blown up at the last second. Perhaps a little ambitious of me to discharge my Volkite thinking CHP would carry me. But now though, it'll carry me for this time for sure. Just blow up. I want to cook you alive. Hold on. Whatever. See, it's an easy boss, chat. It's an easy boss. Before you know, it's that one. It's honest to God. I'm pretty sure every time I go down that boss, it's that one attack. There's a single attack.
Overhead into laser beam.